Of drugs across the southern border, a top priority of the new Trump administration. Success dependent on cooperation with the Mexican government. Newsmax border correspondent Jaeson Jones has been embedded with the Mexican military to give us an exclusive look into what it's doing on that side of the border to save lives here. Watch.
We've come here to Sinaloa. We're in Culiacan. We just landed. We're in a convoy here, heading into town now. We've come here. We're going to be meeting with the commander of operations here. But make no doubt, if you want to find out what's really happening and the change between two administrations collaborating and working together to go after this poison that's being produced here, this is where the fight is. And we're here with these men and women to really illuminate what they're seeing, what they're dealing with, and most importantly, how it affects us back home. We are here at what we call a mega lab in the United States. Here in Mexico, this one would be considered smaller, and by the way, it produces up to 200 kilos of methamphetamine per day. But we are in some of the most remote country. I've got to tell you, I don't know if you can tell, we are in the mountains of Sinaloa, approximately 52 clicks east of Culiacan, and this is the area controlled by the El Mayo faction of the Sinaloa cartel. Now, over my right shoulder here, this is a reactor. This is where the synthesis to making this deadly methamphetamine begins. And then from there, it comes across over into these other barrels where it goes through the different solvents. On this last barrel here, that is liquid methamphetamine, just so you know. And then it's going to leave from here, go over this mountain range to another area where they then run it through a series of solvents to make it into its final product. But I have to tell you, I don't have the ability to articulate the smell that you smell between the P2P, your phenylacetone, all the hydrochloric acids, the red phosphorus, and other chemical precursors that they have here. Now, I've talked to them about where the chemical precursors come from. Most of it is China and India that they're seeing on the ground. There's one last thing I want to show you here. Look over here to my right. This is a makeshift pool. Water, the Defense Forces here are telling me, are very important in the production of methamphetamine. And so that's usually somewhere close to a creek where they can pipe that water up to make those deadly poison. Look, at the end of the day, great work by the Mexican military and the Army here, stopping this lab before it impacts the United States, Mexican citizens, or other citizens around the world. And it's great to be here and an honor to be here with these soldiers, showing what they're doing, the great work they're doing. You know, there's real honor in what they're doing out here. All right, we just landed. We're about 50 miles northeast of Culiacan in the mountains. As you can see, that was our ride there, that Black Hawk helicopter. Behind me, you'll see these soldiers with the Mexican Army who have clearing out this marijuana field. It's about a quarter of an acre on the side of this mountain. And then behind, there's a secondary drying station, which I'm going to show you here in a second. But over here, if you'll look, you'll see there's a poppy field we were just in. Now, I was talking to one of the majors here, and Major is telling me that this is pretty common. These are basically looking at kind of like subcontractors. They do this on their own, and then they sell it like basically to the highest bidder. Because the truth is, marijuana is growing in the United States now, so you really don't, it's not a cash crop like it used to be. That's why they've gone to the labs. But it's very interesting because, you know, you think you can just come out here and end this problem easily. Well, if I could tell you what it took to climb up this, to get up here, it shows you the challenges and the layers of it that are here. But great work by the military. They flew in over this yesterday, saw these fields, held it, and now we're up here getting it taken care of. But I want to show you real quick. Follow me down here. This is a drying station. Don't fall, Ray. Oh. Good catch. All right, go slow. There's no rush. There you go. Okay, now this is a drying station. So once the plant matures, then you gotta pull it. And so then you put it in here, and this is what a drying station on the side of the mountain looks like. Now also, right here, if you'll look, you'll see all these pipes. They're piping water up to grow it on the side of the mountain range, and then you can't smell it, but as it's drying, it's pretty taunt. But this is what it looks like in phase 2. So not only do you have marijuana growing here, you also have poppy where they're making heroin. And it was really interesting being down there. Talk about a beautiful flower. Never seen it before in my life before today, and you could just tell they're burning the marijuana. So Great work by the Mexican military, and it's really great to be out here and see what's taking place and be on the ground to see the different layers that you just can't see if you don't come out here and work side by side with these folks.
Jaeson Jones doing fantastic work there in Mexico. Still to come.